Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast with Josh and JJ. I'm JJ.
I'm Josh.
And we're about to wrap.
What's up, Gerald?
Not much. Been a few weeks.
Few weeks, yeah. Got
Also
shit
been
going on.
Yeah, you said you were busy one week. And then our other podcast is behind too because also
everybody's busy constantly.
Yeah, we have to, work real jobs.
That's right.
And then our other co-host for What Did We Just Watch got married, so congrats to Leo and Chelsea.
Congrats.
So, we're just sitting here on a Saturday, Cinco De Mayo.
That's right. I'm already drinking.
Yeah,
so.
it'll probably be put up tomorrow, though, but still, this is your Cinco De Mayo.
That's right.
Got Miller Lite, Blue Moon.
Tequila
with some frozen margaritas.
There you go. That's how JJ's people
Strawberry.
says it.
Yeah. Gonna make some enchiladas here soon with rice and beans.
Hell yeah, man. We're just doing the whole white thing on Cinco de Mayo,
Even though I'm half Mexican.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yes. And waiting on the Preds game to start.
Go Preds.
So I guess let's start with the Preds.
They shut those fuckers down the other night.
For one, if they play like they did last game tonight,
they've got to win tonight, dude.
Yeah, if they win, but if they played like they did last game, they'll have no problem. PK finally showed up. The whole defense actually showed up. The defense has been.
He was just
shitty.
laying shoulders like crazy. I loved watching him play the other night. That was awesome.
Had a goal the past 3 games now, I think.
Yeah. And damn, that old Hartman was good.
Oh
he
yeah,
was good.
No, Hartnell.
Hartnell.
Yeah, they need to keep Hartnell in tonight too. I agree. Yes, he did.
He goes until he just literally can't stand up anymore.
He played his
crazy.
heart out.
Yeah, Fisher was doing all right. Fisher had a goal.
Yep. And
give it up to the old guys.
Oh yeah, and then PK did though take a stupid penalty at the end. At least it was in front of the net, but not.
Yeah.
That could have cost us, but luckily didn't. And then that Linen or whatever, little crybaby. Did you see what he did?
Line
Yeah, where he tried to break the stick when he went in. Oh man, you guys lost at home. Yeah, we did too.
Did you hear where one of their players was accusing the Nashville fans of being fake and shit? He was saying that he was talking about the atmosphere in Winnipeg, saying that it's real and it's his crowd doing it and it's not manufactured noise and band music and filtered in music and shit.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Dude, no. Everybody knows Nashville's got the loudest fucking arena in the
Winnipeg's pretty loud too, but we don't alter it. It's not fake.
Right.
People just said that last year because they were pissed.
Yeah.
Don't know why everyone hated us last year. We were playing the Penguins, and everyone hates the Penguins. So I don't understand that.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I want to at least go out to a watch party if they make it to the Stanley Cup.
Right.
I can't afford tickets, but
I haven't been able to. Yeah. And I guess the block party tonight was canceled because of the rain. So it's just going to be the arena folk tonight.
They need this one for sure.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we don't have to play against the refs like we have been, too. Actually, last game wasn't that bad with penalties, though, so
yeah,
that was good. I definitely say keep the lineup we had Thursday night. I think we'll be all right. I think and if they keep playing, because, Ellis has been playing like shit, too, but he played. He plays his heart out. He had a fucking, a skate to the face.
Yeah, they got hit with a puck.
Yeah, and they got hit with the puck the other night.
Golly.
But at least he played well last Thursday too. So
yeah, he's probably my second favorite player. Arvy's my man. I don't know why. I just like his name.
He hasn't been up to much.
I like how he plays too, though. He's fast.
Oh yeah, I was watching what game was I was watching the Capitals Penguins game, I guess, the other night.
Yeah.
No, Tampa and Lightning. Yeah, Tampa and the Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Bruins. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Tampa and the Lightning. It's not like a bad 80s band.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
The Bruins and the Lightning. And it just seems like the West, because then I also watched some of the Vegas and Sharks game the other night too. And it seems like the Eastern Conference just seems like they're not as fast. Like, they don't play as fast as the Western Conference. I don't know. It's just
the Sharks and Knights. I was watching them, dude. It's fun to watch. Like, they fucking fly around the ice, man.
Yeah.
But who's up on that? Someone's up 3-2 in that series.
Vegas is.
Vegas is up.
Vegas,
That's who the Preds will play if they win, right?
Yeah, the Preds.
They beat Winnipeg. They're going to go to the Stanley Cup then.
If the Preds win, we play either the Sharks or Vegas, whoever wins. And I think pull it up on your phone. I think it is. I think the Vegas is up. Pretty sure it's Vegas.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's playoff hockey for you.
Which I'm not saying they're guaranteed to win or whatever, but
no.
It's just still like people are saying like this should have been the Western Finals.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I guess maybe just to cut back on traveling because like.
Fucking Pittsburgh's beating Washington.
Yeah, I knew that. They were. What is it now? It was
3-2.
It was 1-0 at the end of the first.
I am not seeing.
Go to tomorrow or
see all. Here we go.
Yeah, go tomorrow.
Okay. Vegas leads 3-2.
Yeah, okay. I thought
and Tampa leads 3-2. Tampa Bay and the Lightning.
Yeah,
lead Boston and the Bruins 3-1.
Yeah, that game that series is over. I'm pretty sure.
So if Pittsburgh fucking beats Washington again, they'll probably beat the Bruins or the Lightning. So they'll be in the damn Stanley Cup again.
I hope not. Crosby, I'm a little bitch.
He is, dude. I don't even watch him much, but I just hate his face.
Yeah.
I just started watching hockey a little bit. I watched some of the Bruins or the Capitals in Pittsburgh the other night, and I don't know. I don't ever watch anything that's not Preds, so that was the first time.
I don't normally either unless it's playoffs.
But then I was at a bar the other night, and we were watching the Vegas and San Jose. But I don't know, man. Go Preds.
Go Preds.
They'll have to do it. They got it. Like it's almost a damn must-win tonight. I mean, I know it's not technically, but they really need to win it.
Yep.
So.
All right, on to the next subject. That's good for that. I think I'm pretty sure we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good on the Preds.
This is just a murder section that I want to get into.
JJ's murder section here. All right.
I've been watching. Me and my wife are into true crime. All these true crime shows and unsolved murders and all this stuff, and I listen to a podcast called My Favorite Murder.
I saw that podcast today. I almost listened to it.
It's good. I mean, the first few episodes are a little not. I mean, they're good, but it takes you a minute to get used to it. Because it's like they're like us. They were like us when they just say, "Oh, hey, we're gonna do this," and then.
But they're girls, right?
Yeah, it's
Do they sound hot?
Oh yeah, they're not bad looking. One's a comedian, another one's a TV chef type cooking channel thing or whatever. Karen Kilgar. Oh crap.
Hold on, guys. He's thinking.
Yeah, I should have we should do it on the computer so I can type it up. Karen. I can't. It's hard to pronounce. And then Georgia Hardstark are the two hostess.
Is she the cook chef?
Hardstark is the comedian.
Oh, okay.
And Karen is, I believe. I don't know. I've been listening. I've been listening to them for a couple weeks now. They've been around since 2016, but. And it's hard to. I always forget who's who. Even they said when they first started that people were getting them confused on who's talking to who. But I'm pretty sure Georgia's the. Let's see, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia's the comedian. I'm pretty sure, and Karen's the cook. But anyway,
I started listening to a new podcast today too.
Anyways, 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, the Golden State Killer was arrested. Yeah, arrested. They finally, DNA evidence led to this guy.
They drug him out of the nursing home.
Yeah. No, he was at home, but he's old as fuck.
Was he married or anything?
Yeah. I don't know if his wife was still alive, but he has 2 kids.
Damn.
Yeah, and if you don't know about the Golden State Killer, he was originally called the East Area Rapist or the original Night Stalker, not to get confused with the Night Stalker Richard Ramirez.
Okay.
But he started out with rape. He'd rape women. Then he was like, oh, I still want to rape women, but I'm gonna make it a little challenging. I'm gonna go after couples now. Makes the wife tie up the husband. Then he puts like glass dishes on the husband and say, if I hear them move or fall, I'm gonna kill you both. Then he would take the wife downstairs, tie her up, basically put his dick in their hands and make them jack him off for a minute, and then he'd fuck them.
Wow.
Yeah, and he also apparently had a small penis because when they would describe what they could see or whatever,
yeah.
That's what they said, and he wore a mask, and he was also an ex-cop. So
wow,
and he was a cop during some of this, so it's crazy. That's why they've
almost the perfect crime.
Yeah, until DNA came around.
Maybe he was mad that he had a small penis.
I guess that's all I can think of. But he had a wife.
Yeah.
So, and had 2 kids. So I don't know. But yeah, he's been caught. God damn it, Barney! Scared the shit out of me.
We have a ghost here in the house.
So that happened. Then I've read, and a lot of the information. They had a special episode for this on that podcast, and then I read the book called "I'll Be Gone in the Dark," Audible, so I listened to it. But
by Patton Oswalt's wife.
Yeah, his late wife. Yeah, it's really good. So,
R.I.P.
Yeah, I recommend reading it, listening to it, whatever. And then what else? Oh, so yeah, I guess that's it on that. But I want to throw in a little thing too. Like, Beth's never heard of the West Memphis 3.
What?
Yeah, so we watched.
I became obsessed with that about a year ago, and
Yeah.
I kind of stopped because I was like caring way too much about it.
I mean, they're out now
because they're free now. Yeah,
but yeah. So we watched.
It just made me so mad.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's just like, you ever watch Making a Murderer?
No.
It's almost the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. Watch it on Netflix. It'll make you pissed off though.
Right.
But so we watched. There's 4 documentaries, I think. We watched the first one.
Peter Jackson did one of them.
Did he?
Yeah, one of the most recent ones.
Did he? Okay.
Or at least produced it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first one we watched was Paradise. Paradise
There's
Lost.
3 Paradise Lost.
Yeah, we watched the first one.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna watch the other 2 because she doesn't know what happens and she wants to.
Yeah,
dude. So I'll just let her.
That fucking dad, that redneck dad, is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But and then since I've known about it, I knew know all the stuff that's in the documentary and on how the mom and the stepdad are divorced now, and she's actually taking sides with the actual and most of the parents are thinking now they're innocent and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it really it took me a minute to go to sleep last night because I was so fucked up from that. And I mean, not just because of
just Paradise Lost 1.
Yeah. Because I mean, and it was just because they showed the footage of them finding the kids.
Yeah.
They showed the actual
the
dead
bodies
kids.
laying there. Yeah,
that was fucked up. That kind of. I just wanted to throw that.
I'm pretty sure one of the dads did it.
I'm pretty sure it was the crazy one.
Yeah.
Because they found that knife with blood on it, and he said never blood, but.
Yeah. It's a good story It's a terrible story, but it's a interesting story.
It just shows how they just label people and show how they can
South Christian Republican
and manipulate
bullshit.
Kids that don't have that great of
Jesse Miss Kelly. He was basically legally retarded.
Yeah, 72. I mean, no offense to him,
right? Yeah, mentally challenged.
72 IQ. I think his IQ was 72, and it's I mean, that's the same thing as making a murderer.
Yeah.
There's a kid in there that
he wanted to go home, and they were telling him this shit, so he was like, they did this.
And I just don't see how the jury, I just don't understand the jury at all. I was like, the only evidence they had was him saying that.
Yeah. And the fact that, his name's escaping me, the main guy, the main one, Damien? No.
Yeah, Damien.
Damien, yeah.
Damien,
I follow him on Eccles. Yeah, I follow him on Twitter and shit. He's like a tattoo artist now, and he's a cool guy.
But they think he was a Satan worshiper. He wasn't. It was Wiccan.
Right.
Wiccan's not Satan worshiping and all this.
He had the Satanic Bible and stuff, but other than that,
but he would just to read it. He just was interested. He wanted to know stuff. He was mean, he was born.
I've read some of the Satanic Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
It was. I mean, he was a Catholic, and he just didn't agree with, and he just wanted to explore. I mean, Wiccan. All Wiccan is worshiping the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, nature and all that bullshit. So it's like.
They needed a scapegoat, and they found
three boys that listened to heavy metal and like, you know, crazy, you know, like Stephen King novels and bullshit like that. But like he was the Damien kid was naming all these bands that they were into. Yeah. And he's like, you know, Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, you know, because they're all. The only one that would ever come close to Satan worshiping out of those two is probably Slayer, but they're not. They're not. Yeah. They just, you know, would be the. But then he names U2. Yeah. I'm like, what? But yeah, so.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And South Park making fun of U2. I love that shit.
But yeah, I just wanted to show that if you watch that documentary, if you watch that documentary, just be prepared to be a little fucked up after because of the. And it's not. It's just the images they show of the kids, the kids that were dead. It's like I didn't know they were dead.
Have you seen 2 and 3? Mm-hmm. You won't think that the stepdad did it after 2 and 3.
Really?
Like, he goes. I don't know. Like 3's cool because it shows him getting out and stuff. Yeah. Like, but I 2 is real fucked up. But
okay.
I will not spoil anything for you.
But then there's that. I mean, I know most of the stuff, but not all of it. But I know that they got out and how they got out and stuff. But then that guy that they saw at Bojangles, that was all that they just totally ignored that and then lost the blood samples scrapings and stuff. So it's like, but anyways. And then after 3, there's another one called like West of Memphis or
That's
something.
That's the one that Peter Jackson had to do with. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. But yeah, it's an interesting story for sure.
It sucks though because Paradise 1 and 3, I have Amazon Prime, so those are free right on Amazon Prime. But the other 2, I have to purchase, which I probably will, but still. And then they made a movie out of it too, right? Called The Devil's Knot.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I haven't either. But.
Reese Witherspoon's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting story for sure.
Yeah. And with all this DNA and like how they got a glimpse, or the Golden State Killer, how they, you know, got a hit on it was because of the like one of those Ancestry.com places or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like one of his relatives, I guess, put it in, and then it came back as a partial hit. So when they tracked him down, so with all that going on, they, I guess, had DNA for the Zodiac Killer.
Are they thinking he could be the Zodiac Killer?
No.
Oh.
But they, like, not that they just had since this happened, they're rushing it to the lab, and they said it could get results in like a couple weeks or something.
Shit.
So we'll see about that. And then one of the murders they were talking about on that podcast was in Texarkana, you know, right on the line of Texas and Arkansas.
Yeah.
And about a murder, like a guy who would go and rape and then murder in the same kind of like get up almost as a Zodiac, I guess, or like almost close to it, and had some of the close similarities.
What was the Zodiac's get up?
I don't know much about that. He had like a hood over his head or whatever, and I think he had other stuff when he became the Zodiac Killer. But they think those two might be linked. They might be just because of similarities and stuff, and could just be like someone that was visiting family members there and then went back, or vice versa and stuff. There's
always copycats.
But it happened. It was happening the same. Like it wasn't around the same timeline. Yeah. Like I think before it happened before the Zodiac, so they think it might have went from this and then he went to that. I don't know, but.
Did they talk about the West Memphis 3 on that girl murder podcast, or?
Not yet. We haven't. Oh, okay. I've.
The girl murder podcast.
Not yet. So they do hometown murders, and they started doing them at like one at the end, but then they decided to do mini episodes where they read nothing but hometown murders that you send in. Hickman County was on there.
Really?
Yeah. And in 1990, about the science teacher, something Givens, where he was gonna
Wallace.
Huh?
Oh no, the principal was Wallace. Yeah.
Yeah, where he went to go blow up the school.
Yeah.
Rig his classroom to blow up. The principal showed up and he killed the principal, and luckily because it was going to happen during graduation.
Right.
So the principal died, but he saved a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that was I was like, oh, that's where I grew up at. Well, that's kind of cool. Hickman County made it on the podcast.
There's been a lot of murders in Hickman County.
There's been some in Dixon, too.
Yeah.
There was that Cold Justice TV show came to Dixon.
For that little boy thing?
No. Oh. This was like for the people that used to own like Tyson Springs and stuff. Okay. They were like renting it out and might have been selling it to this one guy who was an ex-cop in Hickman County.
Damn.
But he ended up being it's been so many. It was like in the 90s, and they came a couple years ago and solved it. So, and it was him.
Sweet.
And his brother-in-law or whatever. But then you had, So
science can do a lot of things.
Yep. Is there something else, or is that it? Oh, and that Texarkana murder spree or whatever. They made a movie after
it. The Town That Dreaded Sundown?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I watched a documentary on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they said
that's what I was thinking it was. The dude that wore a hood or whatever. Yeah.
But, okay, so there's the murder corner of this.
There you go. JJ's Murder Corner.
Yeah. Just because the Golden State Killer that was news. I mean, I know it was a couple weeks ago, but it's been a while since we've been on here.
That's right.
So what's next?
I started watching or listening to a podcast today. There's this, you may not know him. His name's Chris D'Elia. He's a comedian. He's super funny. He's just not like really big. He had a show that got canceled on NBC, but he's got a podcast. He's only done 66 episodes. I listened to his new one today, but it's called Congratulations. He just does what me and you do, except he's famous. So he's got a following. You know, he sold out the War Memorial a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how much he loved Nashville in this last podcast.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But anyway, he's just a comedian, and he's got a lot of the same worldviews that we do, I guess.
Oh,
but
cool.
he's kind of like me and thinks that liberals are way too sensitive and need to chill the fuck out on some things.
I agree.
But he hates Trump too, so that's fun.
I mean, and it's cool to be a liberal, but don't be butthurt about everything.
Every little thing, man. The only way you're gonna
compromise and stuff, and you can't just let.
But it's a funny podcast. So I've only listened to like 3 or 4 episodes of it. The only thing that's weird is he calls his fans babies, and he's daddy.
Oh, that's weird.
So that's the only weird thing I found so far. He's like, all the babies out there and all this shit, you know.
My favorite murder, their followers they call them, but I think someone else did it on the Facebook page first, and then they just stuck to it. But Murderinos.
Murderinos, okay. I'm trying to find, like, podcasts are just taking over, and obviously we wish more people would listen to us, but
right. Of course.
You know, that's
maybe eventually we'll get out there. I don't know.
Then the new, the Alex Inc. show is really good with the podcast and stuff. But that's about a real podcast, actually.
Oh, the
Zach Braff show.
Yeah. And then, and then of course, How Did This Get Made, which inspired.
I was trying to think of the name of that today. I almost texted you.
Which is Paul Scheer, Jason Mantzoukas, and June Diane Raphael.
I want to listen to that one.
That one's good. That inspired What Did We Just Watch? I mean, they just mainly watch horrible movies,
right?
And be like, how did this get made?
Tell 'em Steve Dave is one of my favorite podcasts too. That's Q from Impractical Jokers, and then 2 of the Comic Book Men. Is Brian Johnson he's good friend, and Walt, they're good friends with Kevin Smith, so they basically rode Kevin Smith's coattails, and they joke about it. They know that, they'd be nothing without Kevin Smith. So
like Jason Mewes,
but they're on Comic Book Man, and they have a good one. It's called Tell 'em Steve Dave. They are so far into it, I don't know why it's called that, but it's a pretty funny podcast. But it's a good one. There's a lot of good podcasts out there. So
cool.
I figured out though, you got to get sponsored. You started advertising shit during podcast. You get
I think in this one for the past several
HelloFresh.
times. HelloFresh.
Yeah, man, we need to be sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh, if you can hear us, we will plug your shit. Eat it on.
We're already doing it for free.
We'll record ourselves eating it.
Yeah. We even did it we're doing it for free.
That's right
now.
That is right. But anyway, podcasts are cool.
Yep, support podcasts.
Support podcasts.
Whether it be the the Apple podcast app, the Stitcher,
SoundCloud,
Spotify.
I didn't realize how many Spotify had. Spotify's got a lot of podcasts, so that's cool.
I get most of mine off the Apple iPod. So.
I am gonna take this time to make an announcement.
Is that what you told me?
Yeah.
That you would never thought
I'm gonna
you would
have
say?
to. I never thought I'd say this. I'm late to the party here. Let me just take you back to be dramatic here. 2006-ish, a little album came out by Shinedown called "The Sound of Madness," which started their radio singles, and people started hating on them, including JJ. Which I mean that a couple of their singles drive me nuts. I don't listen to it.
That album was all right. But
that really started. But the fucking Amaryllis album started it real bad.
God.
It's got a few bangers on it, but that's it. But anyway, I've stuck with them. I stuck with them through the next one, Threat to Survival.
And I would piss Josh off so bad. I don't know why it gets under his skin.
I guess Shinedown was just one of my bands, man.
But and the only reason I did it is because it made you mad. And if you would have just been like, oh well, I wouldn't have really done it. But it's like,
the Sound of Madness got me through a very dark time. And I've still found good lyrics in every single album they've had, even Amaryllis, which is their worst one until now. But now they've released Attention, Attention, with a big exclamation point on it. The first single was Devil. And
it was awesome.
A decent song. It's a good song.
Well, I mean, it was just like the first single, the last one, Cut the Cord.
Cut the Cord.
I loved it. And then,
awesome. Yeah, and then the rest of the CD was weird. So this one, though, is ridiculous. Because Amaryllis used a bunch of strings and like orchestra instruments and shit. I didn't like that. This motherfucker don't even sound like they're playing their instruments. They literally sound like Imagine Dragons, and they're just using like hip hop beats or something. And he literally raps on one of the songs. There's Brent Smith, one of the greatest writers and singers of our generation. I don't care what anybody says. Until now, he's rapping.
And what is a human radio?
I don't know. He's calling out to it, though. And, there's like 14 songs. I was really excited, and I was like, look, I'm going to give it a chance. I love the first single, hated the second single. I was like, all right, let's give it a chance. God damn, dude. It's so bad. I can't defend him anymore. I just can't. I had to make that announcement to anyone that gives a shit. But Shinedown, you have disappointed me finally. So I think it might be time for you to just hang it up.
Arena band now.
Yeah. That's,
So would you say they're almost like sellouts?
Oh, finally, yeah.
Okay.
This album, finally, I hate that fucking word, but it is totally true. Because the lyrics are stupid. I still thought they had good lyrics in most of their shit. This one, the lyrics are so bad. And just, you can't even be saved by it anymore. It's just dumb dribble like fucking...
Like Corey Taylor's Rock and Roll Han Solo.
I'm a rock and roll Han Solo. God damn it, Corey Taylor. If Corey Taylor ever loses me for good, like, I don't know, I may just have to start listening to like hip hop altogether and just stop listening to rock.
Some Young Jeezy and all that
I'm going to have to get into the Young Jeezy and the Little Xanax. You heard of that guy?
There's a bunch of littles.
Lil Xan. He's a white guy with face tattoos.
Lil.
Yeah, Lil. But, yeah, man, fuck Shinedown right now. So, yeah, I'm probably done with them for good. I'm going to keep listening to the old stuff, but they can kiss my ass.
So you're saying you're glad you're not going to the concert tomorrow?
I'm very glad I'm not going to the concert. Are they playing the same night as Brigham Benjamin?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, gotcha.
No, I would like to go to that concert for Bad Wolves and Starset.
Yeah.
Fuck Shinedown and Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, dude. Shinedown's live performance ain't that great anyway.
I mean, he sounds good, but
yeah, they got pyro where they don't need pyro though. Like they're not a pyro band.
No.
They have a song on the new album called Pyro too, by the way.
Okay.
So there's that.
Probably a lot of pyro.
A lot of pyro going to be played during that song. So
yeah,
I just hate it, man. Like you look at Chevelle, you look at 10 Years, you look at Breaking Benjamin, especially Breaking Benjamin. They can make, even Seether, like I know Seether's changed, but like Seether's last album, I'll put it up against all their other albums. Like I liked it way more than anybody else, I think, but the bands can stay the same without fucking doing what Shinedown had to do.
Drastic change.
If you listen to Leave a Whisper and then even Sound of Madness, like it's just like a different band. Which he was on heroin, he was on drugs, and he was fat and out of shape, whatever. But I mean, my God, you don't have to change your band that much at all. Like, so I'll stop harping on it, but just that pisses me off. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to see Breaking Benjamin on Monday with 10 years opening. So I'm really excited about that.
Me too. Well, kind of don't want to go. Well, if the Preds win tonight, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Well, because the next game is Monday.
Oh yeah. We'll be checking our fucking updates. That'll be in Nashville too.
No,
it'll be in Winnipeg.
Tonight's in Nashville.
Gotcha.
It's 2-2, 1-1-1.
Good deal, man. We just wanted to throw together a little random ass tonight.
Since he's been hanging out here and going to be hanging out all night with me for some reason.
Because I love you.
Yay.
I love booze and tequila and enchiladas.
I'll just say this too, and then, I mean, I know you don't care, but go see Avengers if you like Marvel movies.
Or apparently if you just like movies in general, because it's apparently the greatest goddamn thing ever put onto a theater.
Make sure you bring some tissue.
You know.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Beth cried during it. What? You don't realize. You think how many? You think it's just one person?
They're superheroes. They don't die. They'll come back.
Well, if you know
even Batman comes back.
If you know
he's a person.
If you know the comic. Then.
Oh my God.
But it's more than one person. You do not realize that.
You know, they put that big purple son of a bitch in this movie, and everyone's like, oh my God, and he don't look any fucking better than the goddamn villains in DC movies.
What do you mean?
There's no way. It looks fake as shit still. Like, come on, man. He's a big fucking purple guy, Thanos. I
never bragged.
I know. I'm talking to people in general. I'm not just talking to you. The things that get harped on by DC never gets pointed out in Marvel movies, and that's what pisses me off. I'm not going to sit here and say DC movies even hold a candle to actual movies.
I think it's just Marvel, that the CG's done better.
It is. The mustache thing was a disaster.
Not just that, though. Like, most of the other like CG just doesn't look.
And where Marvel succeeds is most of their shit's done during the day.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder tried to do everything during the night. That's why Wonder Woman was so successful, I think. All their shit was done during the day. Except the end. But, you know...
Just because it looks...
You can see more shit. It's not...
And like with the bright colors...
I get that. I get why people like Marvel movies. I just don't care about the characters.
You think if it's... When it's slide out and you have the CG going, colorful CG, it makes it whatever, but...
I just don't care about Marvel characters except Spider-Man. So, and I'm so glad that they finally get Spider-Man right. I like Captain America. I'm pretty sure he dies in this, but, you know, whatever.
I know.
I just, it sucks, but, you know, if Bucky becomes Captain America, that'd be cool. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil it. I will watch it one day.
I mean, I won't spoil it for you unless you want me to.
How it hasn't got spoiled to me yet, I don't know.
If you want me to
I don't want you to spoil it. But it just, I don't know. I've got a soft spot when it comes to the DC and how bad they've let the movies down and what they could do with them. I'm really hoping for Aquaman to be good. They say it's really good. Shut up. He's awesome. James Wan, Fast and Furious.
That's who's doing it.
I could do another whole podcast on why I hate, which he only did like the first one, I think. Okay. So, you know. But anyway.
The only good one.
Yeah, that's the only one I like. I hate those motherfucking movies. I hate Tyrese Gibson. I could do a whole podcast on how much I hate Tyrese Gibson. Why do you hate Tyrese Gibson, you ask? Well, I just do. He's irrelevant, and he's trying to be in the DC universe as Green Lantern. Anyway.
Yeah. We just watched a movie also for our podcast. What did we just watch?
Birdman.
So, if you're interested, that's what we'll be talking about on the next What Did We Just Watch?
Yes, if podcast. It ever gets filmed or recorded.
Yeah. So there's that. I still haven't decided on the next one because it's my turn to pick.
He's got a library, folks.
I do. It's 8:18. Anything else?
No.
Football related, draft wise, anything?
We're just waiting to see. The Raiders had a pretty lackluster draft. They drafted for need, which is probably the right thing. They just didn't get any like splash ones. The Titans got that badass linebacker. They only got 4 picks, so
Two Notre Dame players
got
picked in the first
49ers
round.
49ers got one of them, so that was cool. And
in the first round, and they were
blocked for my boy Jimmy G.
Both were offensive linemen.
Yeah, so it's
Baker Mayfield is gonna.
Oh God, I can't wait for his career to be over.
It's gonna be over soon.
I can't stand that son of a bitch.
Go to the Browns, the next Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. No matter what he says. So
he might have a little more sense than Manziel, but
yeah,
he's still a cocky motherfucker.
He's good, but he tells you he's good, and that pisses me off.
Yep. Hey, he's all right. I don't think he's.
He was good in college. You're playing Big 12 teams that don't have any defense.
Now try to be good on the Browns.
Yeah. Now try to be good with fucking Von Miller and the damn Steelers coming after you and the Broncos defense, all that shit. And yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
Yep. So there's that.
Because they lost their left tackle that's been there forever. He retired. So
yeah.
The only good player on the team. That's when you know your franchise is doomed. Is everyone in the crowd has jerseys of your left tackle. Offensive linemen get some love. Speaking of that, little note here. Did you not know about the alumni game? Hickman County versus Hohenwald?
Yeah.
Hohenwald won.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
7-0. 8-0.
I was thinking about playing, but...
Yeah, my boss's son that comes to work part-time, he played in it. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but then
he said everybody that showed up was so out of shape and they couldn't even do anything. Mario Frazier tried to run the ball.
Well, no, it's not that. I just I didn't have time. We were working a lot of overtime.
Yeah.
And my only days off were Sunday. And that's when they practice.
Which is a very specific topic to put on the podcast, but I just it's an alumni game.
It's our high school.
Yeah.
Anyone who played football for the high school we went to plays the neighboring county high school.
And there's this cousin fucking town to the south of us called Hohenwald, and they live and breathe fucking football.
In Lawrence County.
No, that's Lawrenceburg.
What?
It's Hohenwald, Lewis County.
Lewis County, yeah. What the fuck? My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They don't even deserve their fucking name right.
Yeah,
said right,
County,
so fuck them. But,
But
I dated 2 chicks from there too, but anyway.
Yeah, you did. Wasn't one crazy? Really?
They were both crazy.
But yeah. So, yeah. And then, luckily, I didn't because then I wouldn't be able to play because the person... I was in Leo's wedding.
Yeah.
He told me because I asked him in case I did play in this game, it was going to be the Friday night before his wedding. I said, "You're not having a rehearsal, are you?" He said, "No."
Yeah.
The week of the wedding, he goes, "Hey, we're doing a rehearsal."
Yeah. There you go. You pretty much, if you're going to be in a wedding, you might as well just not make any plans that weekend.
So there's that.
But yeah, Hohenwald beat us, so whatever. They're talking about doing one where Hohenwald and Hickman County play on the same team against Fairview and East combined, which is weird. So, anyway, Redneck Football Talk from Josh Sanders.
From our old high school.
Alumni.
Alma mater.
Fuck Obama. I don't know why.
What?
I just thought of that video we had.
Video we did where we were making fun of rednecks.
Yeah. JJ's redneck voice is legendary if you didn't know. Maybe one day he'll put it on the podcast.
And go on YouTube and watch it.
Yeah, you can. Go to Face Derp Outtakes.
Face Derp Outtakes. That's not my redneck.
You go redneck in it.
Yeah, accidentally. Because I can't sound like a thug.
My grandpa's still sick.
Can't sound like a thug.
All right, we're putting shit on the podcast. Don't need to be on the podcast.
Yeah, anything else? Let's see. Football, hockey, movie.
I got laid twice this week, so that's cool.
Good for you.
High five.
But not the day. Not the night your wife was begging for it.
Right, yeah. Sometimes boys and girls, you just got to deprive them. That makes it better. Marriage advice from Josh Sanders.
Yep.
You get everything from the Random Ass Podcast, from marriage advice to
porking your wife.
Porking your wife.
Yeah, because I did it right before you guys came over for dinner.
That's right.
And then
she come down. She was walking bow-legged after JJ got done with her. It was just ridiculous. So, anyway, we should probably end that. Our wives don't listen to the podcast, so that's
Thankfully,
a good thing.
Yeah. Is that it? Anything else? Nothing new? Anything? No?
Nothing really. Trump still sucks. The country's doomed. Whatever. I got to inject a little bit of politics every once in a while.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So,
on that
the country's not doomed, though. We'll be all right. Yeah. Get out and vote, people. Seriously. I got my voter's registration card for the first time ever this week. I was pretty happy about
so
that.
You've never voted, have you?
Not in Dixon.
Oh.
I voted for George Bush, actually, back in the day. Which ain't sounding like that too big of a bad mistake now, honestly. But yep. Then I voted for Obama.
Yep.
But then I moved to Dixon.
Twice.
I never registered, so.
No.
Now I'm going to vote in, the fucking city elections, the fucking Senate elections, everything.
Especially that one stupid bitch running for governor.
Yeah, Diane Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Phil Bredesen all the way, son. But on that note, I'm out.
All right. This has been the Random Ass Podcast with Josh and JJ. I'm JJ.
He is JJ, and I am Josh.
Thanks for listening. Peace.